The U2 360 Degrees Tour was a worldwide concert tour by rock band U2, launched in support of the group's 2009 album No Line on the Horizon. The tour visited stadiums from 2009 through 2011. It was named for a stage configuration that allowed the audience to almost completely surround the stage. To accommodate this, a massive four-legged structure nicknamed the Claw was built above the stage, with the sound system and a cylindrical, expanding video screen on top of it. U2 claimed that the tour would be the first time a band has toured in stadiums with such a unique and original structure. In an era of declining music sales, analysts expected U2 360 Degrees to be a major source of income for the band. Every date of the tour sold out, many within minutes of tickets going on sale. To accommodate the time required to assemble and transport the Claw between tour dates, 3 separate stage structures were required on tour. The 360-degree production increased the capacity of venues by up to 25%, leading to attendance records at over 60 venues. Various themes were incorporated into the shows. Portions of the concerts featured outer space themes. Due to the Claw's resemblance to a spaceship, pre-recorded messages from the International Space Station were displayed during the shows, as were socio-political statements from Desmond Tutu and Aung San Suu Kyi. The set lists were adjusted for each year of the tour. For the 2010 shows, unreleased songs were debuted live, while for 2011 legs, the group performed more 1990s songs to mark the 20th anniversary of the release of Achtung Baby. Comprising 3 legs and 110 shows, the tour began on the 30th of June 2009 in Barcelona, Spain, and concluded on the 30th of July 2011 in Moncton, Canada. It twice visited Europe and North America, while making stops in South America, Africa, and Oceania. The 2010 North American leg of the tour was postponed until the following year after frontman Bono suffered a serious back injury. U2 won Billboard Touring Awards for Top Tour and Top Draw of 2010 and 2011, and for Top Box Score at a single venue in 2009 for shows at Croke Park in Dublin, a 2009 show at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, near Los Angeles, United States was filmed for the concert video U2 360 Degrees at the Rose Bowl and was streamed live over YouTube. The concert set a new U.S. attendance record for a single headlining act. The tour was generally well received by critics and fans. By its conclusion, U2 360 Degrees had set records for the highest-grossing concert tour with $736 million in ticket sales, and for the highest-attended tour with over 7.2 million tickets sold. Conception and stage design. Willie Williams, who has worked on every U2 tour since the 1982-1983 war tour, was again a designer for this tour. Mark Fisher served as the architect. Williams had been toying with ideas for 360-degree stadium staging for U2 for a number of years, and presented sketches of a four-legged design to the group near the end of the Vertigo tour in 2006. The inspiration for the spaceship on 4 legs design, nicknamed the Claw, came from the landmark theme building at Los Angeles International Airport. Early reports referred to it as the Kiss the Future Tour, though the name was later changed. The tour featured a 360-degree configuration, with the stage being placed closer to the center of the stadium's field than usual. The stage design featured a large four-legged steel structure that held the speaker system and cylindrical video screen and hovered above the performance area. The stage was surrounded by a circular ramp which connected to the stage by rotating bridges. Fans with general admission tickets could be placed both outside the ramp as well as between the ramp and stage. The stage had no defined front or back and was surrounded by the audience. The stage design was able to increase the venue's capacities by about 15 to 20%. Tiered football stadiums were preferred venues in this scheme, compared to flat fields or baseball stadiums, although a few of the latter added to the routing. As with many large-scale tours of its era, the U2 360° tour had both a workforce and the revenues associated with a medium-sized company. The stages were built by the Belgian company stage.To along with a US-based company Enerpac. Each stage deployed high-pressure, state-of-the-art hydraulic systems. These were used for the first time ever to assemble and dismantle the high-tonnage structure. Stage.To designed a unique system, based on Enerpac's synchronous lift system, to raise the modular construction to a height of 30 meters in an efficient and effective manner. The steel structure was 51 meters tall, was able to hold up to 200 tons underneath it, and required 120 trucks to transport each of the 3 sets constructed to support the tour. Each leg of the structure contained its own sound system. The cost of each structure was between £15 million and £20 million. As a result, the tour was heavily insured. The size of the stage led to some problems with its construction in certain venues. The band paid $2 million to raise the HD video screen in Cowboys Stadium for their concert in Arlington, and paid $3 million to expand the Hippodrome de Montréal into a temporary stadium for their concert in Montreal. The 360° tour crew consisted of 137 touring production crew supplemented by over 120 hired locally. Daily costs of the production were approximately $750,000, not including the stage construction. The majority of this came from truck rentals, transportation, and staff wages. The tour was not expected to break even until the conclusion of the second leg. When the tour was announced, U2 guitarist The Edge said of the show's design, "It's hard to come up with something that's fundamentally different, but we have, I think, on this tour, where we're taking our production will never have been seen before by anybody, and that's an amazing thing to be able to say. For a band like U2 that really thrives on breaking new ground, it's a real thrill." Lead singer Bono said the design was intended to overcome the staid traditional appearance of outdoor concerts where the stage was dominated by speaker stacks on either side. "We have some magic, and we've got some beautiful objects we're going to take around the world, and we're inside that object." Quote. He also said that the group's goal was for the show to not be too choreographed. Williams said the goal is to establish a physical proximity. The band is just sitting in the palm of the audience's hand. At the conclusion of the tour, the intent was to leave the 3 structures in different parts of the globe and turn them into permanent concert venues. An auction of the stages was planned following the last concert. The transforming video screen was designed by Mark Fisher in a collaboration with Chuck Oberman and Frederick Opsummer. The screen was fabricated by Opsummer's company Innovative Designs of Belgium, using LED pixels manufactured by Barco. The screen was purchased and rented to the tour by XL Video. It is made up of elongated hexagonal segments mounted on a multiple pantograph system, which enables it to open up or spread apart vertically as an effect during the concerts. The video screen is composed of over 1 million pieces, 411,000 pixels, 320,000 fasteners, 150,000 machined pieces, and 30,000 cables are needed to create the visual display at each concert. The screen is mounted on a cabled pulley system to enable the entire screen and pantograph system to move lower and closer to the band. The automation for the screen deployment was provided by Canisius UK. The LED segments of the screen are weather-resistant. U2 announced that it would purchase carbon offsets to take into consideration the environmental impact of the large production, which has been estimated to be up to 65,000 tons of carbon dioxide, approximately the same amount that would be emitted in flying a passenger plane 34 million miles. In addition to the carbon offsets, the band also set up a page on Pickupple so that people could carpool to concerts in an attempt to lower the carbon footprint. Additionally, they launched a fan travel carbon offset program in partnership with Offset Options. Most of the carbon emissions are a result of transporting the three-stage structures across Europe and North America. An environmental consultant to carbon footprint .com noted that to offset the tour's 2009 emissions, the band would have to plant over 20,000 trees. In an interview with BBC Radio, The Edge reiterated that U2 were offsetting the carbon emissions, also stating, "We'd love to have some alternative to big trucks bringing the stuff around, but there just isn't one." Load out of the massive set from venues took as much as 3.5 days. Sound and light equipment was packed into the fleet of trucks first during the 4 hours following the concert. The remainder of the time was spent deconstructing the steel structures making up the stage using 4 cranes. The extensive amount of time it took to assemble and disassemble the stage interfered with the development of the schedule for the 2010 Major League Baseball season. U2 was also forced to reschedule what would have been the final Giants Stadium concert, when the NFL changed the start time of a New York Jets game, and loadout time from the concert a day and a half prior would have been insufficient. Commercial partnerships and philanthropy. The tour was U2's first under the 12-year deal with Live Nation. It was sponsored by BlackBerry, in a move that broke U2's prior relationship with Apple Inc., and opened possibilities for collaborations between U2 and Research in Motion on mobile music experiences. Lead singer Bono said of the new relationship, "I'm very excited about this. Research in Motion is going to give us what Apple wouldn't, access to the labs and the people, so we can do something really spectacular." The explicit corporate sponsorship of a tour was a first for the group, and was due to the anticipated production costs being higher than for any previous U2 tour. The first commercials for a new BlackBerry application, called the U2 mobile app, began airing in early July 2009 against the song "I'll Go Crazy If I Don't Go Crazy Tonight." The application allows the user to listen to the album No Line on the Horizon, contains a news section which features updates about the tour, and an interactive section that allows the sharing of images and enables the user to see the position during a concert relative to the band and other application users. Models of the stage were added to Google Earth approximately a week before the scheduled concert took place. Tour architect Mark Fisher stated, "We thought it would be interesting to put up on Google Earth a piece of portable architecture. A category of stage-close seats called the Red Zone was created to be sold by an auction process at prices estimated at up to €1,000. All proceeds are to be donated by U2 members to charity, with the Global Fund to Fight AIDS, Tuberculosis and Malaria expected to receive much of it." Approximately €9 million in U2 360 Degrees tour profits is expected to go to charity. The band asked fans to bring masks of Aung San Suu Kyi to concerts and wear them during performances of Walk On. In her support, the song was originally written for Suu Kyi. The tour was subject to minor criticisms at both the events surrounding the opening concerts in Barcelona and the concerts in Dublin. When rehearsing for the tour in Barcelona, residents of the city complained about the band's noise after 10 p.m., which was the time until which the city allowed the band to rehearse. The setup of the band's stage for the Croke Park concerts in Dublin was criticised by fans for only allowing seating around part of the circular-shaped stage, taking away from the 360 degrees seating configuration that was used at other venues. One fan claimed that only 270 degrees of seating around the stage was being utilized from the 3 Dublin concerts, and that there was no reason that the stage could not be placed in the middle of the venue. Additional criticisms about the Croke Park shows arose from about 80 Dublin citizens, who protested against the Dublin City Council for allowing the band's crew to dismantle the stage in the middle of the night following the 3 concerts, due to the loud noises caused by the crew. The protest blocked several crew trucks from exiting the venue, putting the tour behind schedule, and tour promoter MCD Productions delivered a letter to the protesters informing them that they could be sued for any of the tour's financial losses due to the protest. In addition to the loudness of the band's crew, the Dublin City Council decided to withhold the band's €80,000 bond, after breaking the 75 decibel maximum volume at all 3 of the Dublin concerts. Like most concerts, tour venues have benefited from hosting concerts. North Carolina State University's agreement with Live Nation resulted in $166,000 in parking proceeds and $175,858 food and beverage concessions. Additionally, Live Nation agreed to pay for replacing the sod on the football field where the stage and floor seating was located, up to a cost of $250,000. Ticketing and itinerary. The initial tour dates were announced in March 2009. U2 played 44 shows in that year. The tour began in Barcelona on the 30th of June and played in Europe through the 22nd of August 2009. The North American leg of the tour began on the 12th of September 2009 in Chicago, followed by 2 nights in Toronto, and ended on the 28th of October 2009 in Vancouver. The band played in Europe in 2010 following the postponement of the second North American leg until 2011. They finished 2010 by playing Australia and New Zealand in November and December. There were multiple shows in each city, making it the largest stadium tour of Australia in the band's history. U2 manager Paul McGuinness confessed anxiety over initial ticket sales taking place during the late 2000s recession. Drummer Larry Mullen, Jr., said, "Will we sell it out? Who knows? Will the economic situation have an impact? Probably. But that's not going to stop us." Bono said, "I want to put on an extraordinary show, but I'd like to own my house when it's over." The tour featured a tiered pricing system for tickets, the most expensive ticket being slightly higher in price than the last tour, but the cheapest tickets, the general admission tickets, being lower. Playing large capacity venues allowed the band to price tickets more conservatively and subsidize less expensive tickets with costlier ones. In the US, field-level tickets were priced at $55, and approximately 10,000 tickets per show were priced at $30. The price points were $30, $55, and depending on the market, $90 minus $95 and $250. McGuinness said, "We have worked very hard to ensure that U2 fans can purchase a great price ticket with a guaranteed great view." Tickets for European shows first went on sale in mid-March, with high demand. Shows in Gothenburg, Amsterdam and Milan sold out reasonably fast, with second dates being added in each city. Those also sold out quickly. In the Netherlands, demand rendered all of KPN's 0900 paid service numbers unreachable. The nearly 90,000 tickets for the opening concert in Barcelona were sold in 54 minutes, establishing a new record for concerts in Spain. The tour set a record by selling 650,000 tickets in 7 hours. Regarding the quick sellout of 2 Croke Park shows in Dublin, Bono said, "It's overwhelming, really. It's a very big deal for us to sell out our hometown at such speed. It's unbelievable. We don't take anything for granted." Fans from all around the world travel to Ireland for the band's hometown shows, leading the Gaelic Athletic Association to close the museum in Croke Park for the duration of the events due to fears over security and excessive demand. The Croke Park shows later won Top Box Score at the 2009 Billboard Touring Awards. The first North American tickets went on sale in late March. Fans who purchased general admission tickets were given seating closest to the stage on a first-come, first-served basis. Pre-sales were held for U2.com subscribers, with those holding membership the longest getting the first chance to purchase tickets. Sales were strong, with initial dates in Chicago and outside Boston and New York selling out within minutes once the public sale began, and with second shows being added at each venue. Due to the higher capacity of the 360-degree configuration, the shows often set records for the largest concert attendance at each venue. Tour director Craig Evans claims the tour set attendance records for 60 different venues. 2 of the U2 360 Degrees Tour's concerts remain in the top 5 highest attended single concerts in the United States ever, with the 25th of October performance in Pasadena, California, setting the record at 97,014 attendees. The high U.S. demand for tickets for the tour, and the difficulty which some fans had in getting them, brought attention to rapidity with which tickets turned up on the higher-priced secondary market. Some tickets were being resold on the secondary market for prices of up to $7,500. Additionally, pre-sale passwords were being sold on eBay for bids of up to $400. Although some artists were known to be holding back tickets from general sale, and delivering them straight into the secondary market, Live Nation said that U2 did not engage in this practice. Postponement of 2010 North American shows. Bono sustained an injury to his back during preparation for the North American third leg of the tour, the damage to which included sciatica, a ligament tear, a herniated disc, and partial paralysis of his lower leg, and resulted in the need for emergency spine surgery at Ludwig Maximilians University Hospital in Munich. Following the surgery, Live Nation announced that the opening concert in Salt Lake City, which had been scheduled to take place on the 3rd of June 2010, would be postponed to a later date, with other dates also potentially being affected. His doctors, who were included noted sports physician Hans Wilhelm Müller-Wölfer, then said Bono had a good prognosis but would need 8 weeks of physical rehabilitation, and McGuinness and Live Nation announced that the entire North American leg was being postponed and would be rescheduled into 2011. McGuinness stated, "Our biggest and I believe best tour has been interrupted and we're all devastated. For a performer who lives to be on stage, this is more than a blow. He feels robbed of the chance to do what he does best and feels like he has badly let down and abandoned our audience." On the 13th of July 2010, the rescheduled concert dates were announced for 2011, beginning the 11th of May in Mexico City, Mexico, and ending the 30th of July in Moncton, Canada. Bono apologized for the inconvenience to fans over their affected travel plans, but noted that it had given the band the opportunity to record new material in the studio which U2 were considering playing live.